welcome to today's Vlogmas video. Finally, a Vlogmas video. So I thought I will explain where I've been these past few days. So let's start from the beginning. So Vlogmas. Obviously, I usually film the day before, edit that night, and it's uploaded for the next day. Now, on Thursday, I was incredibly sick. I was in bed all day. And so I did have like a video like pre-filmed, because obviously, guys, I have some pre-filmed. And I was like, you know what, I'll edit that because I'm not feeling well. I'm not going to film anything today anyway. But I was so sick, I didn't get to edit it. So then on Friday, had work as normal. And I was like, I know, you know, after I finish work, I will edit the video when I get home. But we had a massive problem at work and I had to sort of stay back and do stuff from home. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm not editing. I've been in front of a computer for so much that day. I was like, I'm not gonna edit. This can be the day that I skip Friday, skip this one day. I think that was the 11th of December, so it would have been day 11. I was like, let's just skip it because mentally I can't edit right now. So I didn't, I skipped it. Then Saturday rolled around, I was like, you know, prepared to wake up Saturday morning and edit, get a video out and be like, yep, missed a day, it's fine, got another one up, it's fine. But I had to start work. I don't normally work Saturdays. We had a crisis, I guess you could say. So we had to go to work and I started at like 6:30, finished at 3, came home, did the grocery shopping, was then gonna be like, no, I'm just gonna film one of those ones I've pre-recorded to get a video up, and then my dog had a problem. So if you don't follow me on Twitter or Facebook or anything, you might not know this. If you do follow me, you probably know what I'm gonna say. So where is she, by the way? Kenny, come here, Bubba. Here she is. Say hello. So this one, we finished putting the grocery shopping away on Saturday. We're thinking about what we're gonna do for dinner. We're actually gonna make fajitas for dinner and stuff. And my sister took me out to the toilet and I was inside. And then all of a sudden I hear my sister like scream and she's like calling my name. I was like, oh my God, like what is happening? And I go out there and this little one, oh, well that is the height of rudeness. Did you see that? Yeah, I'm talking about you and you just walked away. Anyway, that one, brown, not black. She's the youngest, by the way. She's only 4. She is 10. You want to come up here, Molly? Do you want to come up? No. Okay, rude. As I was saying, I hear my sister screaming, so I go outside thinking, my first thought was, oh my God, she somehow got a toad and she's eating it. Or 2, there's a snake in our backyard. We have never seen a snake in our backyard, but we have people in our area who often post photos when there's a snake like near their house or in their backyard. I guess just to let everyone else know, you know, let your dogs know if you're going for a walk and stuff that they've seen a snake. Not uncommon. I do live in North Queensland and you know, don't quote me on this, but I believe we at least have the top 5 deadliest snakes in the world where I live. Have I ever seen a snake? No, I've lived here since I was 11 or 12, can't quite remember. I've never ever seen a snake. I've seen photos of snakes, I've seen other people say they've seen snakes, but I've personally never seen one. So this is what I was thinking. I was like, oh my God, something's happened with the dog. So I go out there and she's convulsing on the ground. Her legs were like locked and she's foaming at the mouth. And I thought, okay, either you're definitely snake bite or she's eaten a toad, like licked a toad. So I don't know where you're from, but dogs, obviously toads are poison. A lot of dogs will lick toads though, and they can actually get high off it, I believe. So some dogs will actually do it and be fine. But I've had it to one of my other dogs, and I've seen it happen to a cat. They've like licked a toad or gone to like bite it or something, and their mouth foams up. But I've never seen them convulse and shake. So my sister's like, I think she's having a seizure. My sister was actually hysterical. I was very good at this point and I held it together. All I thought was when we've had this happen to other animals and I thought it was a toad, I was like, we need to get a hose and like flush the foam from her mouth. That is not a thing to do if your dog's having a seizure, by the way. So don't do that. Luckily, you know, I'm trying to pull the hose around the lady from next door. This all happened within like 30 seconds, by the way. But the lady from next door yells out like, "Are you guys okay?" And we're like, "No." Like, it's like, "No, I think my dog's having a seizure." We're very grateful. She's actually a vet nurse. She was. I don't think she's currently working in that field, but she was a vet nurse for a long time. And so she ran over. We sort of held Cadbury. She sort of stopped convulsing, stopped foaming at the mouth. She bit her tongue, so there was also blood coming out of her mouth. I originally thought she was bleeding. Another thing you shouldn't do, I've learned after this, is if your dog is having a seizure, stay away from their head, which I was doing. I was like trying to calm her down. I was patting her face, and you don't do that, because apparently what dogs do is when they're having a seizure, they will go to bite something, like tense their jaw, and they can actually lock the jaw in. So if your hand is in there, it will lock in, and there's sort of nothing you can do until they can release it. So this is another thing I've learnt. So, you know, we waited a bit. She calmed down. My next door neighbor was checking her gums. She said, "No, look, she's got saliva." She was sort of just lying there. She wasn't blinking. She sort of wasn't moving. So she kept moving her limbs, and she's like, "Well, look, these aren't locked in anymore." And then she was like, "Move away from her and just call her and see what happens." So we called her name. She didn't move for a bit. And then we said, "Caddy, biscuit." Boom, like up off the ground, like nothing had just happened. And I was like, what have I just witnessed? So we talked to her, and she said, "Look, I think she's okay, but if you want to feel better, like go to a vet just to make sure she hasn't got any venom in her or anything like that." I thanked her profusely for coming over, from hearing us yelling. And then Caddy's like jumping up on me and giving me kisses, and I'm like, what has just happened? It was just so confusing. So then we go into, oh my God, we need to find a vet, while we're calling around just to see if any are open, because ours had literally just closed 7 minutes prior to this happening. Like the timing, just, oh, I couldn't believe it. So as we're calling vets, we're walking around the yard, we're trying to see if she'd been baited and there was poison, even though I think most people, once your dog gets baited, the poison can kill them almost instantly. I didn't see anything unusual in the yard, didn't see a snake, didn't see any toads, which is also, like, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so toads generally don't come out till nighttime here, which is why we always supervise them when we go to the toilet at night. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I don't want my dog to go eat a toad, then I have to go to the vet for an emergency run, which I had to do on Saturday anyway. But we always supervise them at night when they go to the toilet. Molly's really good with toads, but Caddy's just... Caddy chases things. If something moves, she would go to chase it. So, yeah, we're looking around the yard. We're trying to see anything. We finally just eventually thought we'll just call our vet. It's emergency after hours. I think it's like $180 just to call them out. Like, you go to the vet. And then whatever they get done, you pay for. So my other dog was a bit like on edge, didn't know what was happening. So I was like to Mickey, "Look, I will stay at home with Molly, the black border collie, the old one. You take Cadbury to the vet," because we called the vet first, like the after hours number, and he's going through everything. And he said, "Look, personally, I think you'd feel better if you brought her in and I saw her," even though over the phone he's sort of thinking she was okay. But he was like, "No, just come in." So my sister took her in. This is a long story, I'm sorry. My sister took her into the vet. I'm at home with another dog that's freaking out because now her sister's gone. I was just like, oh my God, like what is happening? About 45 minutes later, my sister came home. She got told by the vet that checked her out fully, seemed completely healthy. I don't know technical terms, but he did a mini blood test, a blood clot test or something, and that came back completely normal. And he pretty much said, look, some dogs, if they've been bitten by a snake, they don't show symptoms until hours later. So he was like, you're gonna have to monitor her and just see if she gets any of these symptoms. And the symptoms were blood coming out of her nose, blood coming out of her butt, or if her back legs completely stopped working. But he was really thinking it wasn't a snake bite because she could stand up on her back legs and she was sort of acting fine. After it happened, she was a bit wobbly and she was running into stuff. but he didn't think it was a snake bite. He then said, you know, if it's a seizure due to epilepsy or something, you know, it could happen again, so also keep an eye out. And he gave us medicine, which we've still got on the bench. He said we can keep it for up to 3 days and we have to throw it out. And if she was to have a seizure again and it lasted for longer than 30 seconds, we have to give this medicine to her. So that's, I'm watching her again tonight. We have to give this medicine to her, like, up the butt, and it should stop it immediately, and then we have to call the vet and take her in if it happens. It obviously didn't happen because we haven't used the medicine, still on the bench. But he told us that, you know, it's likely that she could get another seizure because she just had one. So last night, Saturday night, I was also dead tired from work, from dealing with just complete idiots at work. And so I think by 11, you know, I'm trying to stay up as long as possible, but I eventually did fall asleep. It was a very broken sleep, kept waking up when my sister was checking on her, you know, just making sure she's breathing, making sure none of these weird symptoms are showing up. But so far, it seems good. So now you know where I've been. That's why there hasn't been any Vlogmas videos, which I do feel disappointed that I couldn't upload a video every day, but I think we can all understand in the circumstances why I didn't. I was meant to work again today, but thankfully I had some really nice people who were able to go and cover me because I just don't think I would have been able to work. Like, I was just too worried. I was like, oh my God, what if she has a seizure again? Like, I had stuff I needed to do today as well. My sister and I had to go to the shops. Like, I was going to go to work, then come home, go to the shops like we did yesterday. That didn't happen. We've just been at home all day watching this dog, keeping it as cool as possible, because apparently when they have a seizure, they can overheat. And I've learned so much about dog seizures in the past 24 hours. I didn't expect I need to know this. And I also didn't expect it to happen to my youngest dog. I thought for sure it'd be my oldest dog that would have these issues. But from what I've learnt, seizures are common in purebred border collies especially. We weren't always 100% sure if Caddy was purebred. Like, we don't really actually care. But so maybe we're either thinking she has to, we've got blood tests that have to be sent away to Brisbane. If you don't understand Australia, that's the capital city of my state. And these blood tests will confirm if her organs are failing, because that could be another reason that caused the seizure. But the vet sort of thinks that's highly unlikely because of just sort of how quick she bounced back. Like, to the point, we asked, can we give her dinner? Like, should we give her food? He's like, no, just, you know, let her drink water and just monitor her, you know, let her sleep, be in a cool place, don't let her overheat. She came home yesterday from the vet, jumps out of the car, like I went to get her. No, she jumped out of the car, all happy as Larry, came in here, sat at her dog bowl and started, she doesn't bark, she woos, she goes woo, like that. And she makes that sound when she's getting angry at us. So she's like demanding dinner after she's just given us a heart attack. For 2 hours she was doing that for, like just staring at us and going woo. And I was like, we're not meant to feed, we got told not to feed you at least until like 10 o'clock at night, you know, give you a bit. So this is why he thinks it's not her organs. So it could either be a one-off seizure, which can happen. Dogs can just, something could have set her off. There are many different things. Or she could have epilepsy, which is actually common in border collies. But a vet won't diagnose epilepsy until your dog has had 4 seizures within a year span. So I'm like, I don't want to go through that again. At least I know what to do next time. But I just don't want to go through that again. I'd feel so bad about leaving her. Like, what happens if it happens when I'm not at home? Like, I don't know. And like, what's going through our minds when it was happening is my brother's dog, literally a month ago, maybe just a little bit more, passed away from a seizure. It was the first seizure she ever had. He called me on a Saturday night, like crying. I've never heard my brother cry. And he's like, she just passed away at my feet. Like, she had a seizure, you know, there was nothing we could do and she just died. And I was like, so when I saw my dog out there and I was like, oh my God, she's gonna die. But when we talked to the vet, he said that's actually incredibly rare for your dog to die on their first seizure. Like, it usually has to take a few, so she was sort of very unlucky that she did pass away. But yeah, now I've been talking to you all about dog seizures for a very long time. It's an incredibly scary thing to witness, especially when your dogs are your children, which my dogs pretty much are my children. So you just feel helpless. You just don't know what to do because they can't speak to you. So you can't ask them like, what do you need? What do you want? How can I help? You just have to try and guess. So that's where I've been. This video is going to go up tomorrow and it's going to be Vlogmas Day. I don't even know what day are we up to. Tomorrow's the 14th, I think. It's all been a blur. I just want 2020 over. I'm currently sitting here watching the Disney planning video because this video makes me happy and brings joy in my life. So I'm watching this to make me happy. And yeah, that's where I've been. That's why I haven't uploaded. So sorry for a Debbie Downer video of Vlogmas, but now you all know what's happened. You all know why I haven't uploaded video. It wasn't for once just Ali being slack. It was a whole combination of things. Oh, and then to make it better, our town ran out of water, which it sounds crazy, but we were on massive water restrictions because we had issues with our water treatment plant. So I was only just able to take a shower this afternoon for the first time since Friday morning. And for someone who showers every day, it was a bit disgusting. We couldn't wash the dishes. All we could use was drink. We could drink the water and flush the toilet. So I had to do all the dishes that were piled up in the sink and weren't able to do washing, and oh, it's been a weekend and I'm ready for 2020 to be over. So sorry this is a sad video, but tomorrow's video hopefully be Christmassy and happy. Might be a pre-recorded one. There you go, that's my life right now. So thanks for watching today's video. I'm sorry once again for not uploading for the past 3 days. Hopefully now I can, finish off strong. That's all I've got to say. So thanks for watching and I will see you all tomorrow in tomorrow's Vlogmas video. Bye guys.